Look at this venue. What a remarkable scene for hopefully what will be a remarkable fight. We are live at Falkor Bay. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson. Approaching the ring, we've got Jesse Bam Rodriguez, the San Antonio, Texas native who splashed on the scene thanks to his aggressive style and his big knockout power. It's the Pac-Man, the only boxer to hold world championships across 4 decades, the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2000.
This bout is scheduled for
a lot of pre-match drama, and they will settle their score. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Misses with the straight left. Well done with that counter shot. Caution is being thrown to the wind. It is a sunny and hot day, and yes, we're outside, Johnny. No air conditioning or air con, as you say in the UK.
Cards, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
A perfect counter lands. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punching. Good counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Beautiful counter shot. Can't find a home with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
You're getting soft on me.
What do we expect to see here in round 2? After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's a counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. So much firepower here. How about that time counter shot? You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Imagine being right in there.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They exchange punches. Quick punch scores. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice punch. punch, counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow.
There's the bell to start round 3. That corner has got to find the momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter. That counter shot lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter punch caught him clean. Perfect counter shot. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Nice counter shot. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That left hand was picture perfect. Jab was blocked. Beautiful counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think.
On to the 4th we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Catch and shoot. Oh, that punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter shot. Pacquiao there got clipped clean. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And Pacquiao goes to the canvas. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changed.
It's a terrible.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not gonna happen. He's got a hustle now. He's got a bluff.
Nice counter punch. Catch and shoot. Good counter punch. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagan and pickpocket him.
That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. The perfect counter lands. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
Beautiful counter punch. That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. And the referee's going to allow them to fight. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy. Let's start the sixth. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well done with that counter shot. Do you believe what we are seeing? When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter shot. They better start respecting each other's punching power. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Not a lot of defense here at all. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
A shot from the gods took him.
1, 2, 3, 4, come to me.
Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round.
Big, deep breaths.
Here we go. It's round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You on that?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
There's a counter shot. Swing and a miss with the jab. It's all offense all the time. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. See how the corner handles their fighter here after being dropped twice in that last round.
They believe that.
Let him get back in.
And there's the bell for round 8. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
He misses with that jab. A perfect counter shot. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that jab. That punch lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Those counter punches have to hurt. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Clearly his opponent was too much for him and he's thrown in the towel. And that is that. They surrender. This is over.